Standing out among all of Fortnite's restaurants and businesses is Durr Burger, the oldest restaurant in Fortnite and the arch rival of Uncle Pete's Pizza Pit. But Durr Burger's story wasn't an easy one. Throughout their journey, they faced roadblocks and they struggled. With Beef Boss's inspirational dream, Durr Burger eventually became the culinary empire that we know them as today. The one and only Durr Burger restaurant at the time, owned and created by the culinary mastermind Beef Boss, was in the heart of Greasy Grove. This instantly beloved establishment had a vast yet simple menu. The single burger, double burger, cheeseburger, double cheeseburger, Durr Burger, crab burger, regular fries, extra large fries, colossal fries, extra crispy fries, vanilla shake, Lil Chuggas shake, sweet sipper shake, and the iconic Durr shakes. Also available was the fish sandwich, ice cream, and the mega drink gulpy. One last item was one of Durr Burger's more controversial ones, the special sauce, which admittedly stated that it was made with an unknown substance, leading fans to speculate. The Fortnite island was filled with many mysterious substances, like the purple storm energy and even slurp juice. But unfortunately for Durr Burger, fans immediately suspected that the special sauce could have been made from humans. Whether factual or just complete lies conjured up by Tomato Head, this tarnished Durr Burger's reputation. During this time, Durr Burger also began to spread his tentacles across the Fortnite island, sponsoring the sports center, owning small shops, and even selling their food at other gas stations. At the very end of Season 4, the iconic mascot head on top of the Durr Burger restaurant suddenly rifted away, along with several other things. The misplaced Durr Burger head was then located in the middle of a desert in California, where a graffiti artist, Drift, spray-painted his logo on the icon before it rifted back into Fortnite with him. The spray-painted Durr Burger head reappeared on a hill to the east of Pleasant Park, where it remained for the rest of Chapter 1, becoming an iconic and beloved location, a symbol of Fortnite. It was also during this time when the ATKs were added, bringing with them a Durr Burger and Tomato Head ornament dangling in each vehicle's windshield. During the chaos of Season 6, the newly formed cult of Tomato Head, which now ran Uncle Pete's Pizza Pit, parked a food truck of their own to try and steal business from Durr Burger. Coincidentally, Durr Burger mysteriously shut down, appearing to have been flagged for having poor sanitation, leaving many to suspect Tomato Head as a reason for the sudden shutdown. After this roadblock, Beef Boss created a food truck of his own and set sail on his journey throughout the Fortnite island, trying to gain enough money to reopen their restaurant before the holidays. Tomato Head followed Durr Burger throughout this tour, having the same goal in mind since Uncle Pete's Pizza Pit was taken over by Tomato Temple. The two rivaling food trucks stopped at the Sports Center, Pleasant Park, Haunted Hills, the Depot Racetrack, the Motel, Lazy Links, Tomato Temple, Dusty Diner, and finally Retail Row where they stopped. Their cold competition for business resulted in an island-wide food fight, where citizens chose a side and fought for their beliefs. By December, Durr Burger had made enough money to reopen their business, but to their dismay, a massive iceberg had collided with the southwestern corner of the Fortnite island, drowning Greasy Grove and the old Durr Burger restaurant in thick ice. Stunned, Durr Burger stationed their food truck in the heart of Retail Row, and they built a makeshift outdoor eating area. Business was booming, Durr Burger finally taking his rightful place at the throne of Fortnite's food industry, and Tomato Head was taking notes. During the Marshmallow concert, Durr Burger reparked their food truck for more sales, and so did Tomato Head, envious of Durr Burger's subtle success. Later in the winter, Durr Burger replaced their food truck with their very own restaurant, which then slowly expanded into a building the size of the OG one. Tomato Head then copied Durr Burger and built their own restaurant across the street. Things were great for Durr Burger. That was until spring came around and a volcanic eruption occurred, wiping out Tilted Towers and Retail Row, making this the second time that a Durr Burger restaurant was destroyed due to a natural disaster. The next 8 years that followed were mostly a mystery. During these 8 years, Tilted Towers was rebuilt as Neo Tilted, which featured a 7-story Durr Burger restaurant in place of Trump Tower, creating a greasy shadow over the streets of Tilted, making this the largest Fortnite restaurant to date. During this time, Durr Burger added the Peely Puree to the menu. They also created their own video game, Space Invaders, and their own arcade in the rebuilt Retail Row, now known as Mega Mall, which was overrun by Tomato Head. Beef Boss thrived as the ruler of Tilted and the king of Fortnite's food industry all summer long, until the chaos of Season X when all of Neo Tilted vanished. Durr Burger was a stranger to the Chapter 2 map. They had no restaurant, no business, and no place to call home, so they parked a humble food truck near Pleasant Park, praying for business. Durr Burger became a forgotten name. The restaurant was unheard of. Even the once beloved head was now lost within Weeping Woods, covered in moss and slowly decaying in a place called Greasy Graves. But Beef Boss didn't give up. During the holidays, the OG Durr Burger restaurant rifted into Logjam Woodworks and created a new name for themselves on this new and strange island. This newfound identity quickly faded away. As the Chapter 2 map flipped upside down, the Durr Burger restaurant was lost to the sea. Chapter 3 brought the return of Greasy Grove, but this was not the Greasy Grove the Beef Boss called home. He set up a small food truck by Logjab Lumberyard, slowly running out of business as Tomato had claimed the bottom floor of Trump Tower. Jealous and defeated, the lone Durr Burger truck vanished, and it was never seen since. Durr Burger was not completely lost, with references, art, and loyal fans still roaming. Durr Burger, a medieval snapshot of Beef Boss, was located in a tavern deep in the heart of Anvil Square during Chapter 4. Gutbomb, a wasteland apocalypse version of Beef Boss, even set up restaurants titled Gutbomb's Tasteland around the circumference of the Nitro Dome, serving as a current adaptation of the classic Durr Burger. Gutbomb not only thrived at the Nitro Dome, but his burgers even took the desert by storm, being used in every single barbecue, finally ruling the food industry that summer. The current status of Durr Burger and whereabouts of Beef Boss are unknown. There is no Durr Burger headquarters or restaurant, but many, including myself, believe that Beef Boss has accumulated enough wealth throughout his journey that he retired. And there is recently found proof of this. In the Oasis Island, there is a small but wealthy neighborhood of mansions in the lush hills on the banks of the Oasis, called Shady Springs. In one of these villas is a stack of moving boxes with the Durr Burger symbol on them, suggesting that Beef Boss has recently retired and moved to this laid-back resort, going back to his connection with the desert and summer, which brought him so much fame and wealth. To further prove this theory, this house has a state-of-the-art security system, a fancy kitchen and barbecue, and Beef Boss has even been spotted playing golf up in Lizard Links, passing the time and enjoying the slow lifestyle he'd accomplished at the end of one of the most inspiring careers. Although the reign of Durr Burger was short-lived and saw many ups and downs, victories and defeats, it's still the most powerful food business to ever walk the Fortnite island, having rebuilt their entire empire from scratch on 2 occasions, claiming the entirety of Trump Tower, and still making appearances. Durr Burger will always be the king of Fortnite's food industry, no matter how far away we get from its prime.